Hello? Anybody home? Anybody out there? Anybody out there? Hello, hello. Nobody's there. Nobody's home. All right, that's okay. It's just me. I'm just hanging out here, watching my video, figuring out what's going on, and you know, I don't know what I'm doing yet. So there's that. I have 3 different videos now to follow for these trees. I like this one. I like this lady. She has 5 rounds. I only have, well, here's the deal. I have 4 colors and then I pulled out this purple. But guess what I realized? This is worsted weight. This is DK weight. Yeah. So they're not the same weight. Anyhow, I thought this was a little finer than it is, but it's not. So I don't know. I'm just playing with things. So there's another video, and that lady has like 6 layers. So I'm thinking, okay, would 6 layers work with what I've got? Is it 6 layers? Hang on. Here we are. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. No, she's got 7 layers. But she's got a couple. Okay, like the first 3 layers are in one color. And then the next 2 layers are a color. So she only uses 3 colors, but we could use 4 colors and not use this one. I think we should follow hers. What do you think? What do you think, Dawn and Sherry? What do you think? You think we should follow that one and just do, like, start with this this is a pink, very, very light pink. And this is nice yarn. This is knit crate yarn. So this is like, I'll tell you what it is. This is when we used to get knit crate kits. They had nice yarn and they had patterns and everything, and they're gone. Anyhow, this is 100% superwash merino worsted weight. All right, so I don't know. I think I have a total of 448 yards for all of this. It was called Sunset. I don't know why it's called Sunset, and they recommend a size 5.5 or 6.5 millimeter to work with this yarn. Now that would be ridiculous. The lady I was just watching, hello, Angela. The lady I was just watching is using worsted weight yarn and a size 4. So first of all, I pulled out a 4.5. So let's just for the sake of, trying out this yarn. You guys cannot see a thing here. Let's just try a few things here. And I think they always start with double crochets and a magic ring. I'm trying a hook. That's all I'm doing at this point, just to see how it looks, right? See if I like how tight it is. I think the problem with the last week was that yarn was just a nice little cotton cake, and it was really flopsy for me, just too floppy, you know what I mean? I want my stitches a little tighter and a little firmer. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? We're making trees, and they are tiered, and you make all of these different tiers, and then you stack them on top of each other. So here is like a magic ring. I don't know. I kind of like the 4.5. I'm going to do, like I said, she was using a 4. I forgot a stitch marker again. Darn it. Why do I keep forgetting a stitch marker? Bring everything else but a stinking stitch marker. I'm going to stop after I do this round. See what I think. See what I think. I didn't do it right, so I got to take it out, but I didn't do it completely correct. Hello, Angie and Brenda. Hello, ladies. Okay, let's see. What do we think about this? I mean, it seems pretty nice so far. Okay. All right. So the one lady that I like only does 5 rounds. This other video that I have up currently, she's the one that does 7. Look at her tree. Let me show you her tree. Hang on. Look at her tree. Look how cute that is, right? Like I said, she's got 3 rounds of one color, then 2 rounds, and then 2 rounds of another color. I like her tree. I like how it turns out. Let's see something. How does she make? Yep, she makes a base too. They all make a base to put inside the tree. Some lady I watched, oh my gosh, she makes the tree, she makes a cone. She just makes a cone that just gets bigger and bigger and skinnier and skinnier. Hello, Kathy. And then she goes back and attaches the little ruffles and crochets the little ruffles on later. And I think that would drive me crazy. So I ixnayed that one. So let's see. Which one do we want to follow? Which one should we follow? Okay, now I lost. They're all at the bottom of my watch later list here. They're all kind of together. I'll show you the pictures. Not that it really matters. They all kind of look the same, but it takes me forever to get down to the bottom of my watch later videos. So here's the other. Hang on, stop. Just stop. Just stop. Okay, it's going to be really small, but here's the other ladies with the five layers. Okay, it's blurry too. She's got 5 layers. She's got 7 layers. And this one up here had 5 layers. This is the one we followed last time. The top one. So I don't know. I don't know which one to follow. Okay, let's go. Let's try the purple one real quick. Greetings to my crochet vlog. She might not actually talk in her vlog. She might just, let's see. She's using a cotton acrylic yarn. Okay, well, we're not, yeah, she's not going to talk, so, okay. Let's follow her. We will follow her, but I do need to start over. And I am going to go grab a stitch marker because I know I will want that. Yeah, we're going to give it a go. Okay, we're just going to give it a go and see what we think. I was working on something the other day and I needed some stitch markers. So I pulled out these cute little gemmy stitch markers. They're cute. I had a couple of them I was using. All right. So are we ready? Are we ready? Yeah, she doesn't talk. So she just puts everything. I like the more layers. We've done one that's 5. I think it's time, we expand our horizons. That's what I think. So she just got music playing on hers. So, yep. All right. Chain 2. And do 6 double crochets in a magic ring. I had that part, but I didn't do round 2 properly. So we're going to start her over. . Sorry, I'm counting and concentrating. So these first 2 rounds are going to be small. We already know that. We're starting at the top. So these are going to be our small little rings. Come on. Well, that's not going to, there we go. I had one of my loops loop-de-looped where it wasn't supposed to go. It wasn't supposed to be there. So, how are you guys today? How's everything going? Let's tighten up our ring here. Yep. She calls it tree tier 1. Okay. Tier 1. Tighten up your ring. Got it. And then slip stitch into the first stitch. Okay. It will curl a little. Yes, it will curl. Okay. And now do 2 double crochets in each stitch. All right. Hi, everyone that said hi. Yeah, I know. I don't know how to. It's so hard with my laptop. It is so incredibly hard to show with my laptop. All right. Anyhow, we're in the stitch. So I'm just going to do a chain 3 because that counts as a double crochet. And then I'm going to do a double crochet. So that's 2. All right. And I'm at a weird angle. See, the computer's over here and I'm to the side. So it's all weird. It's just all weird, Angie. It's just all right. Okay, so we're going around and we're putting 2 double crochets in each of the double crochets from the last round. And it likes to curl up for sure. And it wants to like invert, if you know what I mean. It wants to invert. And you got to keep making your point go out the other way. Whoops, and I missed one of my loops from my stitch there. I want to get both of my loops or it looks funny. You know, it'll look funny. We don't want it to look funny. Should have 12. Let's count, make sure we got 12. That first chain 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 11, 12. Yep, we got 12. All right, so I know what she's going to do. She's going to have a slip stitch. Well, there. Slip stitch back to the beginning. Okay. So there's our little beginning, our little cap. Got a little cap there. All right. After that, slip stitch to the first stitch. In the front loop, oh, she's starting to do the little ruffle part already. Okay, so she did a chain 1. And then in the front loop, do a single crochet. And then in our next stitch, I think these are all front loop, we do 2 double crochets. That is really pulling up my stitch a long ways here. A chain 2 and 2 doubles. I wonder why she's choosing to do it just in the front loop, because it's really like pulling. Then you go to the next stitch, do a single crochet in the front loop, then your next stitch, you do 2 double crochets. Yeah, I don't like this. Is there a reason why we're doing front loop? Because it's like really pulling up. I'll show you what I mean here in just a second. And then a single crochet. I mean, look at, see the holes here? That's where we've pulled on our, well, hers have holes too. Okay, not as bad as mine did, but they definitely have holes. Okay, hang on. Does she do a front loop in everything or just that single crochet? I'm going to watch her for just a second and see what exactly she's doing. All right, so she slip stitched. And she chains 1. Okay. And then in that same stitch, she does her stitches are so tight because she's using a different yarn. So it's really not pulling for her like it is for me. This is just stretchy yarn. Her yarn has no like stretch to it at all. What kind of yarn do these people use for these things that just don't stretch? I don't know. I'm just watching her make one whole little petal here and see if she's got a hole at the bottom. You know, where she pulled up her front loop. Michelle, where are you? What have you been baking? Yeah, she gets a bit of a hole, just not as big as mine. I mean, look at how big those holes are. And see how big the holes are? And is there a reason you have to do it in the front loop? And you do it through both stitches? I'm going to go back and try it through both loops, just to see what it's like if we use both loops and not just the front loop. You know what I'm saying? See if that makes a difference. I'm going to take that out too because that's the front loop. All right, let's try this. Let's see what we think. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hang on a second. Okay. Let's just try it. I'm going to go right into that stitch. And I'm going to do my single. And then in the next stitch, I'm going to do the 2 doubles. Oh dear, she's gone on without us, you guys. She's left us. She's way ahead of us. Okay, hang on. Now I stopped her. And then it was a chain 2 in between. And then 2 more doubles. Yeah, I don't see any reason why we need to do a front loop. I don't like the front loop. Unless it's just to give it a little more definition. But I think with the yarn I've got, I need both loops. I need the stability of both loops, you know? So I should have 6 petals when we're done. Excuse me. You know, sometimes you just got to play with things and make it work. Do I go to a smaller hook? We could try a smaller hook. I don't know. Does it make the petals stick out better if you do the front loop only? Is that why? Because look, I'm pretty flat. And this is what it happened last time. I just felt that this top piece was flat. Why does something so simple become so difficult? You know, this should be an easy little, easy. See, it's just flat. It's flat. Maybe that's why we do the front loop. Hello, Jackie and Shannon. Hello, hello. Maybe that's the point of the front loop. I mean, I can make it more cone shaped, more like a little hat, but front loop, back loop shouldn't matter. That should it? I don't know, maybe. Okay, let's. Oh, you guys, I don't know. Do I try a smaller hook to make the stitches even tighter? I mean, that's it for our first round. And I mean, that's what we got. Pretty flat, right? Pretty flat. I mean, you can. Okay, so if you did front loop only, does it curl more? Okay, are you guys enjoying my problem solving? Are you enjoying my problem solving? Let's try something. I don't like it that way, but I don't like the holes either. So, we're just gonna, this is gonna be a play day. How's that? A play day. All right, I've gone and got a 4mm hook now. So I went down a half size. Maybe we can make these stitches tighter. Let's see. And I mean, like I said, it is wool yarn, so it's going to be stretchy. But my cotton from last week, that was stretchy, I felt. I felt it was real a flopsy mopsy, you know what I mean? We need something stiffer, you guys. Stiffer. Got any suggestions? My cat is thinking she's going to go under the bookcase because they used to go under the bookcase when they were kitties, but they are much too big for that. They cannot get under there now, especially her fat butt. She's got a big old fat little belly. Do you like how I said big old fat little belly? How can you have a fat little belly? She's chubby. She's chubby mama. She chunky. Yes, she is. Okay, we've slip stitched. This is tough. There, I'm back. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Do you not know why it keeps like losing me? Okay. So we are going to do 2 double crochets. Now it's really tight, you guys. 1, 2, 2 in each stitch around. never thought I would use a 4mm hook on some worsted weight yarn, right? Worsted weight yarn, you usually use a much larger hook, but we're trying to accomplish a goal here. Hello, Sean and Mary Lou. Hello. I don't know. They all use like a cotton yarn. But, I mean, cotton stretches too. So I don't know what the answer is exactly. Okay. Do I need 2 more stitches? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nope, I'm there. Okay. Slip stitch into our first stitch. And then, okay, look, I'm much more coney. Look, I'm already much more cone-headed, right? So that's a good thing. Okay. So that first stitch, she did a chain, and then she did a single crochet in the front loop. Okay, we got us a single crochet in the front loop. Then the next stitch, we're going to go with this front loop thing and see. It's just going to pull. There is nothing I can do, hook size or anything, to keep it from pulling. That front loop is just going to pull up. But as I'm doing it, I'm thinking that maybe working in the front loop and not the back loop also makes this petal action like tip down more. You know what I mean? Instead of staying out more flat because I'm not using the back loop. I don't know. Well, hello, Sue. Sue's gonna hang out today. Are you bored today, Sue? Got nothing better to do? Oh. Did I put a single between those? Yes, I did. Okay. Yeah, problem solving. That's what today is all about. Problem solving, figuring something out. You know, if they give you like a specific yarn, like a very specific yarn, like use this yarn, this brand, this everything, right? Then it's much easier. But you don't have a specific yarn. They're like, use 3-ply cotton, okay, or use this, or use worsted weight yarn. Okay, great. I got worsted weight yarn, but it's still not working like, I would like it to. So that's when you have to play with things. Oh, Sue. Have you guys been looking at the little sneak peeks from Diamond Art Club's Christmas winter selections? That's my jam, right? The wintry. Okay, that's not too bad looking. I mean, it's not super pointy, but it is the top, right? It's more of a little hat situation. And okay, yes, there are little holes. Can you see them? They're like here and here. See, those are the little holes where my front loop pulls up, but I don't hate it. Okay, I don't hate it. it kind of makes it a little lacier, if anything else. Can you see through the back? See the little holes? If I get the light just right, you see the little holes through there, right? Okay, it's not horrible. Not horrible. Oh, thanks, Sherry. Thanks, Sherry. I needed to know that. Okay, we're going to go for it. We're using this little itty bitty hook, 4mm hook on some worsted weight yarn. Okay. All right, there's our little hat. Anybody have a little doll to put it on, right? Well, thank you, Sean. Granny Square stitch, and think you finally got it. I love Granny Square. Granny Square's fun. It's just super easy and fun. Okay, now, she does not do every round with us. She just tells us how to increase and whatnot. And she calls these the branches. All right. So let me get to the end of this round where she was. Oh, hers looks so much bigger too. Like, what size yarn is she using? And of course, there's no telling what she's using. It's in some foreign language on her yarn, right? Okay, so this is what she does. She just goes and she tells us for each branch. I'll show you in just a second. Oh, hang on. Okay, she calls these are the branches. Yeah, the little, okay. So this one we just did was 3 simple rounds. There's Michelle. They were wondering about your baking situation today. But she's probably not baking because she just got home from a doctor's appointment. So we did 3 rounds. The magic circle and then 12. And these little scallopy things is what she calls the branches. And so this one has 6 branches. This is number 1. So number 2, we have 4 rounds with 9 branches. All right, so we have to increase. Now this next one is the same color. So let's do another one. So you have to increase each round. Let's see if we can get this figured out. I don't know if she gives us I don't think she gives us any directions how to increase, but I think we can figure that out. There's 3. I shared a picture with Sue earlier, one of the diamond paintings that I like. And then she shared a couple with me that she liked. We always like different things. And she liked the picture with the nutcrackers. And I said back to her, I said, oh, yes, you do like your nuts cracked, don't you? So she's been making fun of me, or that's what she was just doing, making fun of me. Yep. Anyhow, I've never been much of a nutcracker. They're kind of creepy. They're kind of creepy little scary dolls. You know what I mean? Nutcrackers. I don't know. Anybody else like nutcrackers? I don't know. Now we're going to do 2 in each stitch. And I'm just doing this the way I know how to do it. I'm just going to do a chain 3 in that first stitch, because then it always messes me up when you come around. Where do you connect to? They slip stitch into the first stitch. Then what? You skip the 2 chains that you made. Then you got 2 weird chains hanging out there. Like they're almost making another stitch. And I don't like it. So I'd prefer to just either work completely in the round, a complete spiral, or start with a chain 3 and not those extra chains, because they confuse me. Anybody know what I'm talking about? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So that's as far as we went last time. Now I'm going to join to the top of my chain 3 and do a chain 3. Now we're increasing. So we do 1 single crochet in that stitch and a double in the net, or increase in the next. I think that'll work. Let's see. We should have how many stitches when we're done here? How many stitches? She only tells us branches. She doesn't tell us stitches. But I think we should get to 18. I don't know. Let's see. So that's 3. 4. Then 2 in this one. 5. 6. Then 7. 8 and 9. And then 10. And then 11, 12. Next one makes 13. Then 14, 15. It's really curling up on me, so it's going to get pretty pointy. Then 16. And then 2 in this one makes 17, 18. Ooh, look, see, it curled right up the wrong way. So you got to turn it this way now. There. Now it's much more pointy. Look how pointy it is. Okay, I'm happy with what's happening here. I'm happy with what we got going on here. Now, the little branches are always going to be the same. We connect to our first stitch and we do a single crochet in that first stitch. In the front loop of all things, you guys. This is where it gets tricky. Getting in the front loop of that first stitch. Okay, front loop. Next stitch, we do the same pattern. 2 double crochets. Chain 2. 2 double crochets. I'm so glad you guys stick with me and just, let me work through things and talk through things and problem solve. And somebody said something last night. They combined 2 things, troubleshoot and brainstorm. They turned it into trouble storming or something like that. We're making a tree, yes. And so these are the little layers of our tree. Those are our layers. I don't have one from last week. I put it in the bedroom already. I put it away with the things I've been making for the next craft show. I've been hunting for at least one more craft show. And the problem I keep coming upon is that all of the good ones that I would be interested in are on the 2 weekends that I already have one. So I'm just not finding another one on a different date. Dale's like, good. 2 more is enough. 2 more is enough. I'm like, well, 3 would be better. I could sell more stuff, I sold the little baby hat yesterday. Did you guys see the little baby hat I made? Little red and white hat. It was made with sparkle yarn. I took it with me to the hair salon because the girl who does my hair has a little baby. She's 8 months old already. I could not believe she was 8 months old. I was surprised. She can't be 8 months. Is that what she said? She was 8 months. Anyhow, she saw the little hat and she just loved it. She goes, "Oh my goodness, that's so cute." She's, "I can see a Christmas photo shoot with that." I was like, "Yeah." So she bought it. She didn't even know it was going to fit her little girl because, she didn't have baby with her, clearly. But I told her, I said, "You go, take it home then, try it on her, and let me know. If it doesn't fit, I can just make you another one. Tell me if you need bigger, smaller, whatever. I'll make you another one and I'll just run it out here to you. We'll just exchange." She's like, "Okay." So then I brought green and white yarn with me, and I started a green and white one. And I finished the green and white one this morning. Green and white one is done. I went to Walmart this morning real quick, thinking I could find some green sparkle yarn. No. I think I'll have to go to Hobby Lobby for green sparkle. They had no green sparkle. I did find a pretty purple sparkle, though, and I thought, well, that would be cute. Just do a purple and white, you know what I mean? They're super easy to do. They're really cute. Found the little pom-poms to put on them, which are furry. They're not just like the felting, craft pom-poms. How many petals are we supposed to have here? I call them petals. She calls them branches. I'm like, they look like petals to me. They're supposed to be 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I gotta get one more in here. Oh yeah, I got room for one more. Okay. I thought I didn't have enough room here for one more, but I do. I think that those little hats will sell well. Especially if I do them in like the Christmas colors and the greens and the reds. And I can make them in a plethora of different sizes. They come all the way from preemie all the way up to, large adult or something. Yeah. Okay, I'm liking this. I'm liking what we got going on here, because look. Let me get you out of the way because we're not using you. You notice I never use that stitch marker. I don't need the stitch marker. Okay, look. Look at that. Look how cute that is. And then this one goes on top. Oh, look. Look, see, that's what I wanted. I wanted more gaps. I wanted more space. That's exactly what I wanted. Oh, I'm liking it. You guys, I'm liking it. I wanted more space between my layers. See? Look. Look at all that space. That's what I wanted. I wanted a bigger... Oh, why? Why does this tree making thing want to turn dirty? It did last week too. Just dirty thoughts, dirty things coming out of my mind. Oh my gosh. Anyhow, there's that. I like it. Okay, next color. And it's just slightly darker, just a tad bit darker. All right. This is a true gradient kind of situation going on here. So a 4mm hook worked. That did the trick. So yeah, you know what? Some of these are stand-up trees. Some of them are hanging trees, and then they hang a little bell out the bottom. This one's going to have to stand because it's going to be big. But I think I'd like to try... Is my microphone going dead? I don't think so. I'm not using a mic. I'm just using my laptop. Anybody else having problems with hearing me? That's just my laptop. So I hope it's not going dead on my laptop. That would be weird. Anybody else having sound problems, sound issues. Yeah, some of the little ones, some of the little 5-layered ones, or maybe even just a little 4-layered one could make a cute little ornament. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mindy, you are sounding. It's going in and out. What in the world? I have no idea, you guys. I have no idea. I'm right here next to my laptop. I was playing with the lighting the other day with Dale's son, because he is a Dell customer, whatever person, and he was helping me try to figure out why the lighting was going dim on Tuesday night during my book live. He's still doing it, huh? I don't understand. I'm right here. I didn't mess with any volume controls the other night, I promise. No volume. Did it just start? I mean, was it doing it the whole time? I don't even know how to do anything with the volume. Nothing. I don't know how to mess with that at all. It just started. Oh, jeez. It started after I blinked out for a second. Did I blink out for you guys? Because it blinked out for me. Like I had a black screen. Did I disappear for a while, or was that just on my end? I don't know. I did leave. Okay. Yeah, because I had nothing. It was like I had a spinning little wheel up there. Did the volume happen after that? The volume issue happened after that? Okay. This round we are doing 2 single crochets and then an increase. 2 separate ones and then 2 in the next stitch. So 1, 2, and then 2. Does that make sense? No, we're not doing that yet. No, we're not doing that yet. No, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I'm lying. I got to do the 1, 1 first. 1. I'm jumping ahead of the game here. 1 and then an increase. 1 and then an increase. Is it still doing it? And is it horrible? Can you not hear me at all, or what? Let me know, people. Let me know. It stopped. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. That makes no sense. I did nothing. I didn't touch anything. I didn't move. I did nothing. That's so weird. I don't know. Sorry, guys. I don't understand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay. That's our 18 around. Now we join, I'm joining to the top of my chain 3. And I'm chaining 3. And then I'm putting one in the next. Now we're doing the 2, 2 thing. I just tried to jump way ahead. I tried to skip a whole round. Sorry, didn't mean to do that. Last week we made the whole darn tree and decorated it, you guys. What's going on with this week? What is happening with this week? Well, we had to play with it. We had to play with hook size. We had to try some different things. So I didn't get done by 3:30 last week. It was more like closer to 4, but we got a tree made last week, right? What should this round be? 24, maybe? 24 stitches is my guess. I wish she would tell you how many stitches you should have at the end of your increases, but she doesn't. She just tells you how many repeats, how many rows to do, and how many branches you'll have. Like, okay. All right. You do you, girl. Do you. Oh, look how pointy it is. I love how pointy that is. Because now you know that this cannot come down too far on top of that point. Yes, look it. Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm getting all excited now. Dale took off at like 1 o'clock to go over to his friend's house, the taco friend. All right, this round is a single crochet in the front loop, which we don't really have a good front loop because of the, okay, we got it. And then the next stitch is the 2 doubles. 2 doubles, come on. I can't even get 1 double. 2 doubles, chain 2, 2 doubles. Yeah, they've been working on this Jeep. It's his daughter's Jeep. I don't even know. I think this is the 3rd time they worked on the Jeep. I mean, it's a lot of Jeep work. But I thought maybe I would have time to record a little bit today, like Dale would be gone, like he would leave earlier, but no, he didn't leave earlier. He left just before my live. Oh, so no recording time today. You guys, I have been bad. I should be put in a corner. I've been naughty. I've been buying yarn. Not just any yarn, but okay, let me explain. Just let me explain. Hear me out. Hear me out. At the fiber festivals, and no, just fiber festivals, a few times now, like 3 different fiber festivals, I think, there has been yarn trucks. They travel the country, they got trucks full of yarn, and I did not know that this particular truck, it's called Frog It. Get it? You have to frog your projects. Frog it. Okay. I did not realize that they died a lot of hand-dyed yarn themselves. I mean, I knew they did. I guess my brain had not really registered. I think that most of the yarn on their truck is hand-dyed yarn by them. What I also did not know is that the owner, she has a YouTube channel. I just recently found her YouTube channel, and I have started watching her YouTube. And she calls it something interesting like tea and talk and books or something. I can't tell you exactly what it is, but she always starts out with talking about her mug of the day. And she's got like all kinds of cool little mugs, pottery type mugs, right? And then she talks about things she's making, and she talks about where they're going, different festivals, different events they're going to be at, yarn, okay, that she's dyeing for special things. She does like a book of the month color, like based on a book that, they ideally say they read it together. I don't know that they ever get together and discuss it anywhere. Anyhow, she did a fall color. They went to Rhinebeck, and she had a Rhinebeck color. And then she started talking about their advents, that the advents were almost done, almost ready to ship out, and they might have a very few of them left after everything shipped. Well, you know what happened. Do you know what happened? I heard that. I heard Advent. I went, oh my gosh, their yarn is so pretty. You know how I am about Advents. Yeah. So I bought it. I bought one. I bought one. I did. It's already shipped because they were just sitting there in the boxes. They were just waiting for someone to purchase them so they could slap a label on them and get them out to the post office. She wanted them out of her house. I helped her. I helped her get at least one out of her house. So there's that. Okay. Now, it's an interesting Advent. It's different. It's not your typical like 12-day or 24 days of minis. No, that's not what I got. No. I got what she calls a weekly Advent. They got me. They got me good. They got me. It's a weekly Advent. So I think each week you get, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's 5 weeks too. And I think, now I look like I got a little witch's hat. But look at how well they're going to stack now. Look. This is what I was wanting with the one last week. Look, I'm sorry about the tail ends, but look how well they stack. You see space in between. I like that. The other one was just too flopsy for me. Somebody will like it. They might like their stuff flopping. See, the dirty thoughts just keep coming into my head, and dirty thoughts. Oh boy. So yeah, I think there's 5 weeks, and I think it is a full skein and a mini that complements it. And then there's goodies. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. You guys, how, and I thought, this is different. This is different. It's not just, 24 or 25 or however many minis you get and whatnot, one a day. This is different. I think they're like sock sets. I keep wanting to make a slip knot to start these. You cannot start these with slip knot. Flopping hose with the nuts. What? What is flopping hose got to do with anything? What? I'm confused. Mary Lou asked about the tulips. Yep. The tulips that we currently have, the ones that we have purchased, are all planted. But, I did order some more. I have no idea when they'll be here. They got a ways to go. They're coming from Holland. I don't know how long that will take. So, anyhow. Yeah, but I'm super excited. That will be here like next week, I would assume. I think they live in Pennsylvania or maybe Ohio or somewhere like that. I'm not certain where. Oh, flopping goes with the nut. Well, yeah, Other things too, though, Sue. Other things flop, Oh, goodness. See, I'm bad enough on my own, Sue. I have been just having all kinds of dirty references making these trees, and you come in and you're not making it any better. Oh boy. So yeah, I just had to have it because I love frogget yarns. As a matter of fact, when I was downstairs, I was looking for some other yarn to go with this. That's how I found this one. Okay, that's how I found this purple one. And the purple one would have been fine if it would have been worsted weight like the rest of these. But that was this craft or that. I found some frogget. I had a lot of little frogget minis because, I like to collect minis when I go to these fiber festivals and shop hops and things. I like to get little minis because look what you can do with them. I mean, you can make trees with them. Happy little trees. You can make trees. Or you can put them all together and you can make something else, Anyhow. I like her dye style. I like her yarns. I bought a mystery bag from them the last time I was there and I saw the frogget truck. Just, anyhow. And I thought getting like a weekly skein and a mini thing would be something different. It would be fun, right? Had to try it. Why not? I can't help myself. It's yarn. And you know what? It's harmless. It's yarn. It's yarn. It's yarn. What can I say? I love yarn. So that one will be here next week. And then I was watching the Yarn Garden today, her live, and she was letting us all know that their advent is ready. It's done. It's boxed up, packaged up, ready to start shipping and getting to people. So that will be next week. They're not open on Monday. So I'm going to assume like on Tuesday, it'll probably be like, oh shoot, what am I doing? I've lost my way here, folks. I've lost my way. Doing doubles. I can't do doubles. Okay. Double. No. I want to do. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? What did I do last time? One in the first one, two in the next one. That's what I did last time. Get it together, Mindy. Get it together. I'm getting too excited about more yarn. I can't keep my brain together here. So that advent will be here next week, probably Tuesday. And then sometime next week, I'll get the frogget one. I have more. I have more. We're not talking about how many more. We're not talking about how many more. We're just not going to do that. Okay? I think Bad Sheep Yarn will be coming soon. That's one of the most recent ones I ordered. But they did theirs different. They kind of got everything pretty much ready to go and then sold them. So they're almost ready to ship. Yes, Mary Lou, glue it. You got it. Who was I talking to yesterday about hot glue? Talking to somebody about hot glue and how we don't like to use hot glue on stuff because we end up burning our fingers and whatnot. Who am I talking to about that? I don't even know. I don't even remember now. Anyhow, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. All right, that's 18. Shh. What? Safe space activated. What? What? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? I don't know. All right, so this one is a single and a single, not a single, but one double crochet and then 2 double crochets. So this is the 2 separate ones, 2 together for an increase. Oh, thank you, Sean. Yes, don't tell anybody. Dale's not here, so he's not hearing this. I mean, he will see them come in, I'm sure. Although he's already missed one. One already came in, and he didn't see that one. I've already got that one tucked away, right? Tucked it away. 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. I'm on a 2. Okay. So I scurry them away if I can, The one at the yarn store, that should be pretty easy because, I'll go pick that one up. And then when I get home, I can just kind of wait until a convenient time to get it out of my car and bring it in the house. You know what I'm saying? Anyhow, it's yarn. It's harmless, right? It's harmless. And it's fun. Be like telling Sean to not buy any more stickers. Right. There you go. See? Yep. We're back to the nuts again. Squirreling our nuts away. Yes, Sean, that is very true. Yes. Okay, now we need to do one more round for this one. So now this is going to be 3 doubles. So there's 1. And there's 2. And there's 3. And then the increase. You notice I haven't counted a single stitch here while I did it first. That is correct, Shannon. That is very correct. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do other things, other things that, let's just say squirreling away the nuts is better than other things that, So, yes, I think what I do is pretty innocent and brings me a lot of joy, a lot of happiness, a lot of smiles. When I was in Bed Sheep Yarns live last night, and of course people are talking about, because, oh my gosh, They cannot stop making absolutely gorgeous, beautiful yarn. You guys, Bed Sheep Yarn, they just can't stop. Them, Expression Fiber Arts, I'm just like, you people need to just stop. Stop making yarn for a while. Just, I mean, that's unrealistic. I know. But they just keep making beautiful stuff. Like Bad Sheep Yarn, they have a Christmas color that just came out today. Now that I'm passing, I don't need that at all. But they also had, what's the other color they came out with? It's something pinks. What is it? I don't even remember what it is now, but it's pinks. And then they have a Little Women set coming out. You guys? Okay, there's 5 different colors of the Little Women's set. I don't like all of them, but I do like 2 of them. One is more pinks. Oh, I know what the one pink was. The one pink is the color of the month. No, the birthstone. They're doing birthstones. So it's a birthstone yarn. All right. Where's my front loop for this stitch? I don't know. Gotta do a single there. Okay, front loop. Front loop. Okay, there we go. Sometimes the front loop is extremely difficult to find. Or to get into. Not to find, but to get into it. It's tight. You know that. Here we go again. That front loop's tight. Oh, goodness. Hello, Lydia. Hello. It keeps you off the streets. Really, I could live in my home forever and be completely entertained, right? So you know how these little memes will come up? Well, today on Dale's phone, the little meme was, if you just came into a bundle of money, what's one thing you would buy with it? And I instantly looked at him and I said, a craft shed. And he was like, oh my God. I'm like, well, a nice little house, all done up, cute little crafty storage, heat, lights, air conditioning, the whole 9 yards, refrigerator, just a nice little house. That's, he goes off property. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, no, not off property. I don't want to have to travel to go to my little craft shed thing. No, I want a little house, just, He's just like shaking his head. I'm like, okay. All right. Mm-hmm. Oh, this is funny. At the beauty parlor, who calls it a beauty parlor anymore? I just did. That's who, me. So we were talking about yarn, and of course I took a couple pumpkins in, and I took I only took one pumpkin. I took a pumpkin and I took the little baby hat. So we were talking about yarn, and she asked me, she said, do you ever like buy yarn like local? And I said, well, local, like, what do you mean? Like local stores, or, well, like people who like make yarn. And I'm like, I knew what she was talking about. People who dye yarn. I'm like, well, I have, yeah, because I mean, I know several people kind of locally that do dye yarn. I said, do you know a Missy something something? I can't remember the last name now. And I said, yeah, I think I do. Let me think for a second. I'm like, do you know the name of her company? And she goes, I don't. I said, let me look something up. So it just happened to be Missy owns this craft or that. Okay. Now she lives right out there. She lives like between me and the beauty salon, right? And I was like, oh yeah. I said, okay, I got stories I can tell you about her. Does she come in here? And she goes, she does. As a matter of fact, I just saw her the other day, and that's why I was thinking about it. And I said, I think I was in here one time and she was in here. And I recognized her, but I couldn't remember why I recognized that face, right? So I was like, yeah, I encountered her yarn at a yarn store in Brighton. And she goes, yeah, she's talked about that one. I said, yeah, that's where I saw her yarn first. And I fell in love with this alpaca yarn. It was alpaca blend. It was just so soft. And then not too long after that, my friend Francesca bought me some yarn, specially dyed yarn, just for me, a special color. And who dyed it? Missy did. This craft or that. It was her. Okay? It was her, right? So I was like, yep, I do know her for sure. I said she has done the Charlotte Fiber Festival. She has done the Big Fiber Festival up north. Yes. Yep. So that was interesting. After we got done talking about her, she looked at me and she said, you might know this person who's about to walk in the door too. And I'm like, what? I don't know hardly anybody who lives in Eaton Rapids. Hardly anybody. And I'm like, why? Who's coming in? And she told me who it was. And I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. The other grandpa, Dale's ex-wife's husband, the other grandpa was coming in. And I was like, oh, okay. She goes, he's just getting his toes done, so he'll be in the back. Do you want me to just turn you around so he doesn't even see you? I'm like, I don't care. I don't really care. So he came in and he just went off to the back, and that was that. Until I'm at the bowl, I'm at the sink, getting my hair, rinsed and shampooed. And he comes walking through the main part of the salon there to go over to their little register they have to pay. He walks right past me. I see him go by and I'm like, oh, yep, that's him. That's him. And he pays and he turns around and he comes back and he's walking right past us. Now here I am, my head's tipped back. I'm in the bowl, but I can see him. He can see me. And he looks right at us and he says, well, I'll see you around, Bessie. That's her name, Bessie. So I'll see you around. Take it easy. And she's like, okay, have a good day. And he left. He had no clue. He had absolutely no clue who I was. I came home and I told Dale that. And he's just like, oh boy. I'm like, I recognize him, I recognize him, but he had no clue who I was. That's funny. I mean, we don't see each other a lot. Well, hello. How do you say your name? How do you say it? Hajra? Hello. Well, welcome from Pakistan. So, yeah, I thought that was interesting. He had no idea who I was. So I didn't have to speak to him or nothing like that. I was like, not that I would have cared, but, they are getting more pointy and more. Look how pretty this is going to be, you guys. This is such a dusty pink color. It's so cute. It's not as cute with all these ends, sticking off it. But look how pretty it is. Look how pretty. All right. I love it. I absolutely love it. And it's got the spacing in between. I've said that how many times now? I can stop saying that, right? Okay. But there it is. It's super cute. All right. That's 4 rounds. 4. Now, how did she? We can do as many rounds as we want. Truthfully. Hara. Okay. Hara. I think we just do 2 of each color. That's what I'm saying. And then that would be 6, right? 2 of each color. We'll do 6. We don't have to have 7 rounds. I mean, we could. I was supposed to do 3 of that one, 3 of that one, 2 of the, 3 of that one, 2 of that one. I could do 3 of this one, and then 2 and 2. That would be weird, wouldn't it? I don't know, 6 or 7. What do we think? 6 or 7? Do just 2 of each? That only makes it 1 round taller than the other one we did last week. Or we do 3 of the last round. Do 2, 2, 2, 3. Those are going to get big, though. Let's do that. Let's do, since we already got it started, 2, 2, 2, and then this one could have 3. Let's do that. Let's do 2, 2, 2, 3. I got a long way to go. Got a long ways to go and a short time to get there. Yeah. As a matter of fact, Bessie she just looked at me and she goes, well, men. I'm like, I know, men. Literally, I was telling her, I said, I can be doing something like in the kitchen, Dale's facing one counter, I'm behind him, I'm doing something. He'll have no idea what I'm doing. I mean, no idea. I can do stuff all the time, and he doesn't know what I'm doing. He'll miss it. I'm more observant. I'm just more observant than him, I believe. I don't know. Is that a male-female thing, or is it a personality trait? Is it from being a mother? There's a good question. Is it from being a mother and a teacher and, having to have your eyes peeled all the time and know everything that was going on? It might be that. It could be that, right? That's what I'm saying. It is. It's that motherhood thing does it. Because I can walk past him with something in my hand and he'll never even know I had something. Like, I could walk in from the mailbox with 3 packages and I can walk right past him probably and get away with it. Not always, but, Isn't that funny? But boy, I can tell what he's doing. I'm like, what do you got? What are you munching on? What are you doing over there? I'll sneak into the cupboard and I'll get out a handful of chocolate-covered cherries, and he has no idea that I'm sitting there munching on chocolate-covered cherries. It's got to be the motherhood thing. That's got to be it. Dreary and 56. I don't know what our temperature is today, but it was raining last night, and it was raining this morning when I got up. Rainy. It's not super cold. I mean, it's a little brisk. It's cooler for sure than it was yesterday. Because yesterday, oh my gosh, we made tracks yesterday. We had, first of all, started out in the morning. Dale got up and he went out to the chicken pen to check on his rat. Whatever's getting in there, he thinks it's a rat. 6, 8, 10. So he went out to the chicken pen to see if it had gotten in after he's put all this fencing in. And he came back in, he was mad. And he's like, that thing, he said, I don't know if I should be mad or impressed. I think he said that the other night in the live too, because it just keeps finding ways in. So now he's mad. He's mad. He's on a mission. So he went out there. He'd only put the fencing in like 3/4 of the pen. He did the back, the one whole side, and most of the front. He got almost to the gate. So he didn't do the whole side where the feed dishes are, which, that's where they're coming in for, is for the food. um, he's facing away. There he goes. Yep. I'm telling you, sometimes they're just kind of in their own little world. I swear, they're in their own little world. They don't know what's going on around them. Anyhow, so he's like, all right, I guess that does it. I got to put the fence in all the way around. And I'm thinking, yeah, you probably should have to start with, but I didn't say it. I'm like, okay. So he's out there and that's how he started his day. He's digging up stuff, digging up the dirt, making the trench, putting the fence in. And that's where he was when I left to go get my hair done. Right? So it takes me, it's a couple hours at the salon, and then there's, of course, travel time as well. So I get home, and he's done with that job. Because I told him when I got home, I said, the weather's still going to be nice. I got 2 flower beds to, cut back the plants, get the weeds out, get it all cleaned up for winter. I got 2 flower beds to do when I get home. And I'm going to get them done because it's going to be nice, take advantage of the nice weather. So I get home, and he's like, what have I just done? Seriously, what have I just done? I cannot talk to you guys like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm still doubling. I already did that in the last round. No, he's not trying to really trap it. He's just trying to get it to not come in anymore. This is my round. I'm supposed to do 1 and then an increase. Then 1, then an increase. And I was just doubling all of them. I'm just going to town, going to town here. Anyhow, so I get home and had a little snack, changed my clothes, got the clothes on to go outside and be dirty and all of that. And he said, okay, well, I'll meet you out front. And I'm like, okay. So I'm looking around and I'm like, okay, so I can already tell what he's done. Besides doing the pen, he's gone out to the vegetable garden and he's cleaned up the vegetable garden and he's picked all of the squash. Guys, we have so many squash. He thought they were all going to be rotten. And I'm like, I don't think so. I said, I think the squash are going to be good still. Because squash are one of those cold vegetables that can be out in the cold, So he had one of our wagons. We have 2 of these little trailer type wagons now. He bought another one for some reason. He said because the black one was falling apart. But yet that was one he was using. And I was like, oh, okay. All right. So he's got it filled with squash and leftover cucumbers that were still out there. The cucumbers are pretty much all bad. There were a few that I think are okay, but most of them were, they were kind of mushy and, But these squash, they're butternut squash. Or as some people call them, what do they call them? They call them winter squash, maybe? Winter? They all look beautiful. And some of them are huge. They're just big, beautiful squash. And there's like 20 at least, probably, in the trailer. I don't know what we're going to do with all of them. We're going to have to find people who want them and just give them away to people because we have so many. They just kept growing and growing and growing. And Dale kept letting them because there wasn't anything else out there in the garden, other than the cucumbers, which are on one side. He just kept letting the squash grow. I would have gone out there and started like chopping off the vines and being like, okay, That's it. Nope, nope, nope. You're done. Not let them just keep growing and spreading everywhere. But he let them go. He just let them go rogue. We got rogue squash, and we have so many. So I got to find people who like squash and start giving them away. Anybody want a 10-pound squash? I probably have one out there. Oh boy. Okay, this round we did 1. Now we do 2. And then we do 2. Is that right? That was the double. Yep. 1, 2, 2. Did you follow that? 1 in that stitch, 1 in that stitch, 2 in this stitch. All right. I got a lot to go here yet, you guys. I buy yarn and diamond painting. He buys stuff for the yard. That's right. Well, thanks for stopping in. We're here every Friday. Come back. Come back and see us. We have a good time here. So we're definitely going to need to work on this next week, because now that we're rolling, we've got 4 tiers. See, this would be the last tier if we were doing the last week's version, but we're not. We're moving on. We're making a bigger tree. Let's make a big tree. Okay, I got to show you guys what I've been working on. And maybe I'll actually be able to do some recording because he's not home yet. He's helping with that Jeep still. So I might be able to do a little recording. I got a membership giveaway I've got to record. And it's 2 months worth because I never got September's done. My winners from August? Yeah, August. My winners from August never contacted me. So I got that package just sitting in there. And then they dropped. So they're not winning a package. So I have one package, and I'm putting together another package. Bye, Michelle. So anyhow, I'm going to stop there. Got a nice little nipple cover. I mean, did I say that? I said that. Oh, God, I said that. Okay, I got to show you what I'm making. I made a candy cane the other day, and I had like the first couple stripes. I had a red and a white and a red section. And it's a tube, and it's probably, this long, fish story, about this long. And I brought it out and I showed it to Dale. And I'm like, okay, you got one guess. What is it? What's it going to be? And he looked at it and he's like, I don't know. I'm like, seriously, come on. What do you think it is? And he you know what he said he thought it was, right? And I said, really, Dale, really? Really? First of all, it's like this big around. And it's this long. No, Dale. No. Oh, goodness. You guys just get a little preview, a little sneaky peeky because you're here, okay? You get a sneaky peeky because you're here. Hey, Emma never showed up today. Emma didn't show up to... Oh, what did I touch? I touched something. Emma didn't show up today to talk about, diamond paintings. Where's Emma? Oh, Emma. All right, you move this stuff out of the way because this thing's big. It's getting big now. So there's a yarn company. None of us Americans know how to say it properly. Jackie, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh, they would work for that. Anyhow, sheepages, however you say it. None of us know how to say it properly. But anyhow, They do like a lot of crochet-alongs, and somebody designs like a nice blanket, and then they bring it out in parts each week, and you can buy kits and all that stuff, right? So I bought a kit because I fell in love with this blanket. Fell in love with it. Utter or under, Sue. Sorry. Oh boy. You know, the other under. Oh gosh. So I've been working on it. They're on week 6. Week 6 just came out this Wednesday. I'm on week 4. So I'm behind, but I have been working on it. Okay. It's a lot. I'll just say it's a lot. Okay. Let me show it to you though. It's this little yarn. It's fingering weight yarn. So how would we keep them on? Would we have to make like a whole harness type situation or individual and you tie them on? I mean, how would that work? Oh boy. Okay. So let me walk you through this a little. And I might have shown, I don't think I've even shown it at all. I think I did record one clip of it. And I haven't even been able to incorporate that into a video yet. So let me show you how this works. Okay. It's so pretty, but it's taking so long. All right. Here we go. Let's start with the center. Here is the center. This was week 1. No, wait. There was you wouldn't want to glue them. No, probably not. There was a gauge swatch, and the gauge swatch was called something house, flower house, or something. And it's some other little piece that you checked your gauge, and those are our corners, and you make 4 of those. I only made 1 because you only need to make 1 to test your gauge, and my gauge is over, so it's way too big. I might run out of yarn. I've just figured if I run out of yarn, I can just buy more. I mean, would you have to go buy a little skein like this if I run out, right? Okay. So this was week 1. You make this flower, this central flower here, which is fun. And then this part here, all of this was all week 1, this part. All right. I think. Now, I might be wrong. Then you make these petals. You made 8 of these little petals and 4 of these bigger petals. And then you attach the petals to the outer part. Then after you did these petals, you had to sew because this stuff was like loose, like flopping up. You know what I mean? We had people last year. Oh, yes. Mary Lou, I looked up my glass at that, and all I could see at first was we had people eating the trees on campus. And I was like, eating the trees? What? No, okay, crochet. So anyhow, after you did all of this, join in all of these. I remember each of these. This is one side. That's one side. So you got to do each of these things 4 times, right? So you had to sew this part and sew these down. And then you made these long petals. These are called long petals. It's called Universe in Bloom. So it's all about flowers. Everything is flowers. These were petals. These are long petals. So then you had to make 4 of these long petals. And there's back posts and all kinds of fun stuff. You know, you just keep going around and around and back and forth. And each time you connect out further, you're going, you know, like just keeps growing and growing and growing. Okay, so that was week 3. That was week 3. Okay, so somewhere in here is week 2. Part of this is week 2. This was week 1. This was week 2 then this is week 3. And this is part of week 3. So now we're making this like field of flowers over here, right? We're making a field of flowers. This is all part 3. Part of this and part of this is week 3. This is week 2. This is week 1, something like that. Okay. So to this point here, from here to here is week 3. Okay. Now I'm on to week 4. Let me show you week 4. Oh, where is week it's way over here. It is. And it's taking me forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Now remember, week 3 ended here. Here. Not here, but here. We had just done the purple flowers, but they just flop. Look, can you see how they flop? They're not attached. They flop. We got flopping stuff again, right? They're on there, but they just flop. Over here, the first like 3 rows you're adding more stuff on the outside and in between, but you're also like attaching these flowers and attaching them down. They're loose up here, but okay. So from here, not counting the flowers themselves, but just the blue part. This is one side. I've been working on it for, I don't even know how long. I just did 2 rows earlier, and they each took 20 minutes to go from here to here. From here to here. Took 20 minutes. Right? 20 minutes. Yeah. So this, when I'm done, will go from corner to corner, and it makes a big circle when you get to corner to corner. And then when you get up here a little bit further, there's 5 more flowers, the purple flowers up here. And then over here in the corners, the far corners, there's another little flower, a different kind of a flower. And I don't know if that's the end of week 4 or not. I have a feeling it's not. I can't even get one field of flowers done. It's taken forever. I think after you get this part done, then there's some rounds that are just like making the circle around in a different color or something. And that's still part of week 4. Because then week 5 does, I think she calls it, what's she call it? The river or something. It's all open and lacy, but now you got a full circle. It's a lot. It's a lot. It might be done sometime in 2026, you know. I've just been following her video tutorials because she's really a good teacher. She's slow, she's thorough, and I like following her directions versus the pattern. I have looked at the pattern. I have followed the pattern before, but the tutorials are just pretty easy to follow. So I don't know how many hours it's going to take me to do one side. You know what I mean? One side. And some of these people, I don't know what they do. The next part of the pattern will come out on Wednesday, and by Thursday, they're posting their picture that they're done with it. I'm like, what? Did you do nothing but crochet from the moment it came out on Wednesday until sometime on Thursday? How do you get it done that fast? You know, Jackie, I don't know. She's a designer. So basically all of her videos that I've seen, I haven't gone and looked at everything she does, but most of them are just tutorials for how to do her blankets and stuff like this. But she explains everything. She's like, you're going to do a back post double around the next 4 stitches. Now, she doesn't explain the stitches to you, but there are guides in the pattern and stuff if you need to know how to make the stitches. And then the interesting thing is, you know, you can always slow down a video and you can make the video go like super slow, you know? And you can watch what she does. If you're not certain how to make something or how to do it, like these things right here, she calls them little mini baubles. See them? See these 3 right here? These little mini baubles? Those are 2 half double crocheted together. So what are you crocheting together? There's nothing to crochet together. You're just putting 2 half doubles together. And I was like, how do you do that? How do you do that? I mean, I could have stopped and gone and looked up the stitch, but I just watched her. I just watched her and figured it out. It wasn't hard. There's nothing hard here except I will tell you in this section here, there are puff stitches. These are puff stitches. There are puff stitches. There are bobbles. There are front posts. There are back posts. There are the half double two together. There are 4 double crochet 4 togethers. There's everything you can think of here. And it takes a lot of time. Anyhow. Oh, I'd have to think about that, Jackie. Who does good beginning tutorials? I don't know. There's a lot of people out there. Bag O'Day does. She got into doing more designing stuff. I don't know how basic she gets. She does a lot of tutorials on patterns and designs. I don't know. So anyhow, that's that. I mean, it's fairly big right now. I mean, look, it's fairly big, right? But the thing is huge when it's done. Huge. These are all the colors in my pattern. There are no additional colors. There were several different color schemes. And of course, this is the one that screamed my name. And it has only like 7 different colors, maybe 7, I think. Some of them have as much as like 13 different colors. So you get a lot more variety in colors. And then a lot of people, they just go off on their own and pick out their own yarns and their own colors. But I'm like, I'm going to buy a kit. I'm just going to buy a kit. And buying the kit, you got a nice bag. You got a really nice storage bag. I keep all the yarn in. And you get a nice little tag you could put on it at some point if you wanted to. So, I mean, it was worth it. Anyhow. So that's been occupying some of my time in the evenings. I spend, I don't know, maybe an hour a night working on it. And like I said, this whole part right here, this whole part 4 is probably going to take me, if it's taking me 20 minutes around, I've already done, let me think, I've already done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at least rounds, because it stopped here and stopped here. Okay, that's the last week. So I've done all of this and attached the flowers, and it's taken me forever. One side. I have 3 more to go after that. Woohoo! Like I said, 2026. It might be done in 2026. It's okay. There's no rush. There's no rush. Anyhow. All right. I'm going to let you guys go. And I'm going to try to go maybe record some yarny stuff. So I might be able to do an actual yarn video. I got a few things recorded that I've been able to squeeze in. But let's see what I can get done. Dale's not here yet. Let's see what I can get done. All right. I will see you guys next week, and we will work on our happy little trees. Our happy little trees. I'm liking how this one's turning out. I'm really liking it. I think it looks great. I'll try to have the ends woven on this before next week, and then we'll continue. And then the decorations for that one are going to be so pretty. So pretty. They might not show up very good, is what I started thinking, because they're all pink. Remember that? They're all pink. Are they going to show up on the pink? There's some bright pink. And there's some white. We'll find out. We will find out. All right. Have a good weekend, everybody. And I will talk to you all soon. Bye, you guys.